Dr. Melissa, hi.
Hi.
We are honored to have your presence here with us today.
I love it. I'm so grateful to be here.
Introduce yourself to the audience for us, please.
All right. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Dr. Melissa Peterson, founder of the Human Longevity Institute, and kind of on a global mission to help people to know that more is possible in extending human potential and lifespan and health span.
Well, share with us, Doc,
Yes.
3 of your favorite health tips for 2025.
Well, I'm going to completely flip the script on you, Dave,
because
I feel like let's go big. Let's go big or go home. All right. And so I don't want to just talk about a tip. I actually want to talk about completely changing a paradigm. We're here at this conference for a reason, right now, but longevity is the paradigm shift.
Yes.
And there's a reason for it, because for so long, we've all been conditioned to have this conversation around health and prevention and sickness and treating and managing problems. And nothing about that is inspiring.
Yep.
And we're all kind of racing against the clock of thinking that life is this linear event from birth, aging, death. And what longevity actually is the expression of health. And if we begin aging the moment we are born...
What a beautiful way to state it.
It is. And so all of a sudden, it's not about prevention. It's not about how do we fight against something. It's how do we actually embrace our innate human right and potential to understand how the system is able to not just heal, but to truly optimize. And the science is here. And so that's why it's not just a tip or a trend or a niche or an interesting headline.
It's a paradigm.
It's a paradigm shift. And the longer it takes us to understand it, the more we're going to be blindsided. So I feel really like it's critical that practitioners know about this, patients know about this, government, society, policymakers, businesses, because it has radical ramifications.
Can we just roll the tape back a second? Because I just loved what you said.
Yes.
Longevity is actually an expression of health.
It is.
Vitality, an expression of vitality.
It is. Yes.
I love it.
What we know, so if we talk about tips, right now, a lot of the things that we all look at and metrics that we manage and measure as practitioners are these variables, lifestyle variables, right? That are impacting our clients, our patients every single day, impacting their expression of health, their ability to heal, their ability to go thrive. What we know through the research is that all of these lifestyle elements affect the rate and pace of biological aging.
Yes.
And when we slow aging, we actually slow the rate and pace of chronic disease and all-cause mortality. But what I think is so fascinating through this longevity lens is that it's no longer just, can we slow it? Of course we can slow it.
Yep.
We can now reverse and actually rejuvenate the system. And what happens when overnight lifespan doubles? But let me ask you a question, my friend. Let's just hypothesize. And I really am curious about this for you. And I want anybody listening to ask themselves this as well, because until we start to maybe think and look at things through a slightly different angle, right? We can't access new information. If you knew that 100 was the new 60, what would that mean to you? Would you do things differently at all?
I think it would just increase my conviction for what I'm doing right now. And I would be ready to say that, I'm planning to charge hard.
Yeah.
For another 20 or 30 years longer than I would have anticipated. It would change my perspective on what I think life is, because I now have an opportunity to experience and accomplish potentially twice what I could normally accomplish in this lifetime.
And just feel this in your system, if you will, for a moment. If all of a sudden you're not racing against the clock, it's not like, oh gosh, retirement comes at this age, body's breaking down, gotta have retirement, gotta make sure all this there.
You're on a quasi-implied clock.
Correct.
Based on some societal set of patterns.
Yeah. And how does that feel?
When you actually stop and look at it, it kind of sucks, actually.
Right.
Let's blow that paradigm up.
Exactly. Hence why longevity is the paradigm shift.
Ooh.
Right?
I like this.
Because we're now going, this is not 2xing, we are 10xing, we're quantum leaping, because literally when we can reprogram cells, which we can, you're going to see more and more data coming out about this, when we can rejuvenate the thymic gland responsible for immune health and keeping our immune systems more vital, longer, able to handle what's coming at them, which you're going to hear more about that. We've got the molecules, we've got the technologies that can do this. So from a clinical standpoint, we've already got the molecules in place that can already extend and rejuvenate the system, easily give us more vital years.
So let me ask you then, Melissa. So then how does the paradigm change your perspective?
Thank you. Because this is the industry I'm in. When I started this, so I guess it was 6 years ago now, I wrote the Codes of Longevity book, best-selling book, and I was running longevity summits, and I had to first start with reworking my own belief system. So I'm like, okay, I know that it's possible to live longer, that there's all these regenerative therapies, but what would that mean? How long would I want to live? So I had to start asking myself, if I could live as long as possible, as well as possible, doing what I love with the people I love, then what would it be like? And so for me, I think I'm still myself opening that lid because I have so much love for life and humanity. And I believe we have been sold such a false bill of goods to keep us so small and so confined. And so for me, it's what is it like? And you said this as well, when we get to really tap into our life's mission, our soul's purpose.
And have the time and the space to do it.
And to have the time and the space. And that is it more than anything, because I think humanity has been conditioned to feel so compressed.
Yep.
And so all of a sudden, there's this expansion. It's not this would be a nice thing. It's like, this is the essential part of the human experience to curate and cultivate. And I think with AI, so many things are changing that where we would have spent time on busy tasks, we can make things so efficient now. Like,
wow, that's another angle to it that I had not anticipated, which is all of the rote stuff that we are starting to automate out of our society.
Yeah.
That's a longevity conversation as well.
So we got a lot more to talk about on another time.
Boom. All right. Well, thank you, Melissa. Melissa just blew me up there with a new paradigm shift, and it was awesome.
Here all weekend. Dave, I just adore you, darling. Thank you for
Likewise.
everything.
All right.
All right.